Hello, this is Charlie for Out of This Binary, and this week we're back in the woods to talk about internalized transphobia. Internalized transphobia is those transphobic thoughts and comments and things like that that generally cis people say about trans people. For me, internalized transphobia is things like saying to myself, I'm not trans enough because I physically look like the gender that I was assigned at birth, which to me is transphobic to myself. It's internalized. I have those feelings and they're internalized, but they are transphobic. It's unfair for me to make those comments to myself, and especially because if I make those comments to myself and place those kind of ideals on myself, then that means I also have to place them on other people, which is completely unfair to say that someone who doesn't pass isn't trans. That's awful. So I can't say that to myself, which is the thought process that I go through when I'm dealing with internalized transphobia and how to keep that from occurring in my head. Also, I wanted to talk about transphobia within the trans community, because I think there's a lot of internalized transphobia there. So there's a lot of transphobia within the trans community when it comes to non-binary people. In the trans community there's binary trans people and non-binary trans people, but there's a lot of binary trans people that don't feel that non-binary trans people should be a part of the trans community. Now, to me, as someone who identifies as non-binary trans, when people make those comments, it erases my identity and the struggles that I've gone through with coming out as non-binary to myself and to the rest of the world, and getting people to understand that it's a real thing. And so my question for you this week is, what is internalized transphobia? How do you define that? And what are the struggles that you face with that? Go ahead and share with me down below. I would love to hear from you. And maybe next week I won't film in the woods, but probably not, because I love being out here, as said in my first video, which you can check out. I'll link that down below. Be sure to check out the other members' videos on internalized transphobia, as well as videos from past weeks. You can also check out our Tumblr page. We are also still looking for new members. All of the information for how to apply is on our Tumblr page, which I will link down below. And that's everything. So I will see you next week, and goodbye.